So in this video, we will see how we are going to create different levels for the game. So whenever we are going to start designing the level, you can start with the paperwork. Then you can improve that into a design in any software. Any drawing software, it can be Photoshop, Paint, or any sketch software. Then you can improve that with low level modeled output, concept art. You can come up with a certain concept art, and then finally you can come up with the design. So now we are going to design a layout for a particular level. Okay, so here we are going to use in the PowerPoint itself to design the layout. So here we are going to take an example, that is there will be a player and he is going to hunt a treasure which is in the golden chest. Okay, so here we are going to use PowerPoint only. You can use any software you want. So you can even have this example, the maze, how this game, different levels of maze will be working on. Here also we are going to have a path. So there will be a start position and then it will be going to a end position. Okay, so this is what we are going to work on. So first what we will do is we will have a line. I'm going to draw this line. I will have this as a black and I will give a weightage of 3. Okay, so again, or else we can even go for a box as well and have that as black, fill, outline we can go to. This is the box. Okay, so inside this we are going to have this level. So it can be small, it can be big, anything it might be. So only thing what we need to do is we need to design this level. So we can have a path. So any path finding based game. So we need to go in a specific path and we need to find the treasure. So what we can do is we need to start in one position and need to end in one position. So start position and end, the goal position will be the finding the chest. Okay, the treasure can be one treasure, it can be multiple treasures connected with each other. Okay, so all this. Yeah, so I have the box now. So I will just have a simple icon which says this is the player. Okay, this is the player, and I will have a small text here. This is going to tell that this is the start. Can have this, yeah, and I will have annotation for this. Player. Okay, then, and I'm going to have a end goal as well. Okay, I'm going to have a end goal as well, that is a treasure. So for treasure, so we have a player icon. So for treasure we can use any icon. So you guys can take any specific icon. Just for example, this icon I'm going to use. Okay, this is treasure. Okay, so the player is going to start and he is going to come to this particular position and going to attain this end goal. So you can decide a path. Either the person can come like this, so he can come like this, or he can come like this. So it's all about how you decide. So if he is going to use a particular path, we need the player to follow this particular path. You can specifically design this player to in such a way that the player need to follow this particular path. You don't want the player to follow this particular path. He starts here, is going to come here or here like this. You don't want the player to start from here or here. So certain times the player will be starting from straight away. So you don't want that. You want the player to start this particular position. You need to come here like this, and you need to come like this. So how we can able to? We can have lot of obstacles. We can have roadblocks. He need to follow a particular path. Okay. So how we can able to do is, so we can have lots of other terrain information. Okay. So where the particular player can't able to reach that part. Okay. So like that we can have. So like that, if we can in a specific scenario, once we have made like this, it will help us to. But we need to know in which path is going to specifically go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill the particular design. So he's going to follow this part. It can be of a roadway or anything. Okay. So a particular roadway he is going to follow, and he is going to attain that goal. So So here we will use a tree kind of a space where we are going to have certain trees there. Okay, so we can populate the trees there. So I will just, these things is not necessary to be precise. He is going to start here. So we will populate like this. You can download these images from PNG, clipart, low poly images you can. Okay, so okay, this you can do in Photoshop as well. So it's not like that you need to do in here. You can do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start from here. He's going to come from here, and I'm going to make him to travel here, and then he need to travel here, then here. So my path is I'm going to fix this path. So I'm going to start traveling here, and he's not going to come here. So we're going to have a curve again. So he's going to come here, and he's going to attend. Okay, this is how I'm going to plan. This is the path I'm going to make the particular player to follow. So we can So I just this patch to be copied. You can even leave this blank as well, so it's not doesn't mean that you need to have. So we can even have ponds or river kind of stuff. So here we can include a water body. So like this, we can include, and we can even create this. Okay. So like this. So here he's going to follow this particular path, and here we can have other objects as well, like road break or any other building stuffs or bricks. Okay, so columns, so anything. So we can have those kind of images as well. So we can specify this is the kind of blocks we're going to have, so that the player is going to follow in a particular direction. The player is going to follow in a particular direction. We are not going to allow the person to deviate from the path as a designer we have given. Okay, so that's how we can able to plot the particular business. So we can have certain example images, and we can use those things for when we design. So again, this stone kind of thing. So because we are kind of imitating the uh, forest atmosphere. So what we can do is we can tend to go for certain stone based images. We can have certain example for stone. So like this, can have can go for, so okay. So other ways as well you can do. So you can download in many uh, Flipkart websites, free Flipkart. Please make sure that it's the copyright. For example, I have used the PNGA and AAA website, so PNGA, and some other websites like or free PNG. All these things we can able to use. Okay. can use the stones like this. So like this we can do showcase. Okay. So this is for even confusing. So the player might wander here and they can look somewhere here, here something, here he can look. Okay, we might go here. So okay, this is for the confusion part. We can make sure to make him think that we can the particular treasure might be here or here. Okay, so this so we can able to come up with a particular layout. This is just a simple layout design we can work with. Okay, so this is a level 1. So level 2 we can move from one level to another level. Okay, so there we can have multiple treasures there. So for example, so level 2 we will have another level. Level 2, same thing we will copy this block. So we have here, I will have this. Okay, so here I'm going to start the player from this particular position. Yeah, it's going to come from this direction, and it's going to start from here. So how my direction is going to be that? So I can say that it is better to have in a such a way that when you are trying to develop, see to the complexity. See. So first level is very simple, but here I am trying to confuse him. So I can have the treasure here. Okay. And I can have another treasure here or here. So we can have two treasures. So he can occupy this and he can go and he can occupy the last one. So this way, so I can confuse him. For example, I can make him go here, or I can straight away, okay, uh, make him to travel this particular area straight ahead. Okay, so he can come here and go this way, and all of a sudden there can be a break here. So I can stop him from wandering here. Okay, so all these things we can able to we can able to have him go here. So look around, all around these spaces is negative space where this space is going to be filled with content. Okay, so I can make him go here. So but there can be, I can leave it, I can even have a trap here. Okay, so I can even have a trap here. So this way we can able to design, we can able to, so whatever the level which we have had here, so this we can develop to the next level. So okay, so we will, for example, what we are going to do is, so we will click here. I'm going to leave this. Okay. that, I'm going to block it here. So it's not going to come there. Okay. Straight ahead he can't go. So like this we can have, and so we are having this. So if I'm going to erase this, so you can see okay. So this is the path we can able to make him to travel, and he can attain the first treasure and the second. This is the second level. So the complexity you can see that when compared to this one and this one. So this is different. So he need to we are trying to confuse him with certain other options as well. So he can go here and he can search these places, and these places there is not really happening, and he can go here, so he can't do anything. Okay, so all these things we are making sure that we are making it even more challenging. But the only one thing, very most important thing when it comes to develop this level design is that, so when we are designing, so we should make sure that it is attainable. The goal is attainable. Okay, so the most important thing is the goal is attainable. So we should be in a position that, so there is no use without, if the particular goal is not attained, there is no use of designing this level. Yeah, it can be difficult, but it should be achievable. The goal should be achievable. So that is the one important thing. So you guys can practice, you guys can actually, if you guys are interested in designing the game, which depends on pathfinding, or this thing. Pathfinding game is a very most important thing actually. These Witcher trees, these things, it's a very big area. So this which represents game theory, all these things, Witcher 3 or Cyberpunk, they tend to follow in a certain path. So even though this is 2D representation, you can see in the 3D representation they would be moving towards a particular map location there, and then there will be an event. It might be a fight, it might be a gunfight, it might be attaining certain goals. Okay, so all these things will be done. Okay. So you can practice with any application, whatever the application you are comfortable with. You guys can use this clip arts, kind of clip arts, then you can make levels. Okay. So please try to see the maze kind of format, and then come up with your own ability to create certain challenging map. Okay, so this thing will be transferred to a 3D representation in the game. Okay, it might be 2D, it might be 3D, anything it might be. So it depends on what kind of platform you are going to choose.